Obasa and the Fury of a Scorned Deputy. It was William Congreve, a famous English playwright of Restoration Theatre, who popularized the saying, "Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned." In other words, you can never say the extent an embarrassed woman could go to get even. Watchers of developments at the Lagos State House of Assembly can easily relate with the above. Barely 2 months of sitting on the saddle as Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, the first woman to do so, Mojisola Meranda, representing Apapa Constituency 1, was coerced by higher powers, as it were, within the hierarchy of the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC) to throw in the towel. She was minding her business as Deputy Speaker when last January 15, members of the House decided to ask their original Speaker, Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, replacing him with Meranda. Obasa was away on an overseas trip when more than 2/3 of the 40-member House passed a vote of no confidence on him and booted him out of office. Obasa, who has been representing Agege Constituency 1 since 2007, had been on the saddle too as Speaker since June 2015. But his colleagues did not remember all of that. They didn't mind all of that. Instead, they leveled allegations of gross misconduct in office against him. They immediately elected his then deputy, Meranda, making her the first woman to occupy the position. It was therefore with a relish of fresh air and the accompaniment of dignity, and amidst flash of clear lights, that she mounted the saddle, unknown to her that it was going to be a ridiculously short tenure. Truncation of Miranda's upward trajectory read like an excerpt from a comic book, predicted on a January 25 show by Obasa, which many also thought was a joke for the year. The politician from the Lagos hinterland of Agege steered his head when many people thought his matter had been sealed and delivered. It was like rising from oblivion, and in a vehement opposition to his impeachment order, Obasa stated and faulted what he described as the militarization of the assembly complex during his impeachment process. He claimed his removal was null and void as it took place in his absence while he was actually out of the country. February 27, 2025, Obasa showed up at the assembly complex in a most dramatic and telling manner. He was chaperoned by a retinue of armed, stern-looking, uniformed security operatives, a move Meranda promptly carpeted, and I quote, "To me, that was just a show of shame, because in our job, we have numbers that form quorum. So if you are sitting with 3 or 4 members, you are only doing theater," end of quote. Funny enough, it was herself that got shoved off the exalted office amidst immense undercurrents in a few days following. Former Majority Leader of the House, Noheem Adams, of Etiosa Constituency 1, set the stage for Miranda's sacking as Speaker. He did this by nominating Obasa for the exalted office, the result of which is now history. Beyond the happenings on the floor of the Assembly, the immediate convoking of an emergency meeting of the APC told it all. It ended with a clear directive on Meranda to resign as Speaker. What do you expect? The embattled politician cannot argue with the powers that be. She would not oppose a party that had provided her a service platform. Neither could start a war she would not finish. She just had to resign. But then, how do you tell a woman who had already climbed the dais and was steadily embracing national and international limelight to climb down? This was her reaction, and I quote, "We must not break down the legislative house that we collectively built in pursuit of justice and fairness. For those who have been unfairly referred to for standing on the side of fair play, kindly take note that there will always be an opportunity to right any wrong," end of quote. With that, the woman gave Lagosians something hard to chew, something that has become a subject of discussion in many places. And they are now saying that there's more to that assertion than meets the eye. According to them, hell's fury could truly not equal that of a woman scorned. And this is a Miss Golden silence from the other lawmakers who have thus far rallied round her. The big question now is, do you see Miranda's statement as being indicative of very unsavory things to come in Lagos? Feel free, listeners, to join the conversation. And please do not forget to like, to subscribe, and to share. Thank you.